I know I had a person I once worked with. He said he's never going to have children because the world that we live in is sinful. And he felt like to bring his child into a sinful world, that is wrong. I've heard it before, but I don't think that is an accurate conclusion. I mean, God knows more than we do about how corrupt this world is, and yet he still chooses to give us life with the belief that we can have a greater world. So this guy that I was talking to, his ultimate reason was, I'm going to take the risk on not having children because to have a child, if he does not end up believing in Jesus, then he's separated from Christ forever. So I want to ensure that I don't have any children that don't end up in heaven. So the only way to guarantee that is to not have children at all. And while I'm sympathetic and I appreciate, like, wow, you really believe this thing and you're really wanting to protect your child, I go, that's admirable. There is an element where we have to trust the Lord. We have to believe that he can want the best for us to have a good life. And again, you even think about, just kind of as a parenthesis here, one thing that atheists will sometimes say is, how could God create this world that we live in knowing it's filled with evil and suffering? And one retort that we can have is to say, well, why do you believe it's okay to have children? Why would you have children and bring them into a world of suffering and evil? So that argument comes down really quick when that is turned back in that particular way. So I would say if you desire in your heart to have an extra child, it sounds like fear is at the root of this here. And I would say, be fruitful and multiply. If you and your husband feel led to have an extra child to the tribe, wonderful, beautiful. Trust him in the process. And I would not back away from that, because 2 is not the magic number. Was the discussion here at 1? Or why wasn't it there at 0? And so trust him with an extra one in the same way you're trusting him with your current ones.